Hey everyone, I'm Barry. Welcome to How Cool is the Book of Mormon with an exclamation point. I'm going to walk you through some things today in 3 Nephi chapter 11. You'll recall, this is when Jesus Christ visits America. The breakdown of the Bible and the Book of Mormon. The Bible is the teachings of Jesus Christ in the Eastern world, in Jerusalem. The Book of Mormon is Jesus' teachings here in America, the USA. After his resurrection, he visited the people here in America, taught them his gospel in person. After Jesus' crucifixion in Jerusalem, there was terrible destruction here in America. It lasted for 3 days. Darkness, mist, death, a lot of weeping and wailing. Here in 3 Nephi chapter 10 is a little bit of an introduction to chapter 11. And it came to pass, in the ending of the 34th year, behold, I will show unto you that the people of Nephi, who were spared, and also those who had been called Lamanites, who had been spared, did have great favors shown unto them, and great blessings poured out upon their heads, insomuch that soon after the ascension of Christ into heaven, he did truly manifest himself unto them, showing his body unto them and ministering unto them. In chapter 11 of 3 Nephi, Jesus Christ shows himself to the people here in America. The scriptures don't show us or tell us exactly how long after Christ ascended into heaven that he came here to America. We know it was soon thereafter. The Book of Mormon simply states that soon after the ascension of Christ into heaven, he did truly manifest himself unto them. In 3 Nephi, chapter 11, the greatest chapter in the Book of Mormon because Jesus Christ comes here to America, the people are gathered around, and this is what the scriptures say. Now it came to pass that there was a great multitude gathered together of the people of Nephi, round about the temple which was in the land bountiful. And they were marveling and wondering one with another, and were showing one to another the great and marvelous change which had taken place. And they were also conversing about this Jesus Christ, of whom the sign had been given concerning his death. And it came to pass that while they were thus conversing one with another, they heard a voice as if it came out of heaven. And they cast their eyes round about, for they understood not the voice which they heard. And it was not a harsh voice, neither was it a loud voice. Nevertheless, and notwithstanding it being a small voice, it did pierce them that did hear to the center, insomuch that there was no part of their frame that it did not cause to quake. Yea, it did pierce them to the very soul, and did cause their hearts to burn. And it came to pass that again they heard the voice, and they understood it not. And again the third time they did hear the voice, and did open their ears to hear it. And their eyes were towards the sound thereof, and they did look steadfastly towards heaven from whence the sound came. And behold, the third time they did understand the voice which they heard, and it said unto them, Behold my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased, in whom I have glorified my name, hear ye him. This is God the Father, testifying of his only begotten Son, Jesus Christ. The Book of Mormon is not unique to this. The Book of Mormon is another testament of Jesus Christ. So think about it. You've got the Bible in the Eastern Old World, Jerusalem, and Jesus teaching the people there, and the Book of Mormon here in America, Jesus teaching the people here. The two books blend together, more words of Jesus Christ substantiating his gospel to both the people in the Eastern Hemisphere and to the people here in the Western Hemisphere. God the Father has borne witness of Jesus Christ at other times. Here in Matthew chapter 3, at the baptism of Jesus, we read this, Then cometh Jesus from Galilee to Jordan unto John to be baptized of him. John says, I have need to be baptized of thee. Comest thou to me? And Jesus answering said unto him, suffer it to be so. And Jesus, when he was baptized, went up straightway out of the water, and lo, the heavens were opened unto him. And he saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove and lighting upon him. And lo, a voice from heaven saying, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. God the Father, testifying and witnessing of Jesus Christ as his only begotten Son. We also have in Matthew chapter 17, where Jesus taketh Peter, James, and John into a high mountain. This is the transfiguration. And while they are there, and while Jesus yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them. And behold, a voice out of the cloud which said, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. God the Father has testified of Jesus Christ to people in the old world. God the Father has testified of Jesus Christ to people here in the new world. And he also did the same to the prophet Joseph Smith in 1820 in upstate New York, here in the United States of America, where God said to Joseph, pointing to Jesus, This is my beloved Son, hear him. Remember, the teachings that Jesus shares with the people in the Eastern world are the same as the teachings he shares with the people here in the Western world. So Jesus is with the people in America. And we know this more fully because in 3 Nephi 20, Jesus continues his teachings. And he says in verse 22, And behold, this people will I establish in this land, unto the fulfilling of the covenant which I made with your father Jacob. And it shall be a new Jerusalem, and the powers of heaven shall be in the midst of this people, yea, even I will be in the midst of you. We know from modern revelation in D&C 84 that the new Jerusalem is in Missouri. Verse 2, Yea, the word of the Lord concerning his church, established in the last days for the restoration of his people. And he has spoken by the mouth of his prophets, and for the gathering of his saints to stand upon Mount Zion, which shall be the city of New Jerusalem, which city shall be built, beginning at the temple lot, which is appointed by the finger of the Lord, in the western boundaries of the state of Missouri. So we're establishing here, Jesus taught the people in the Eastern world, the Eastern Hemisphere in Jerusalem. He taught the people here in America, specifically North America, the United States, where the New Jerusalem will be. What I love most in 3 Nephi chapter 11 is Jesus Christ appearing. After God the Father introduces him, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased, the people around, they understood. They cast their eyes up again towards heaven, and behold, they saw a man descending out of heaven, and he was clothed in a white robe. And he came down and stood in the midst of them. And the eyes of the whole multitude were turned upon him, and they durst not open their mouths, even one to another, and wist not what it meant. For they thought it was an angel that had appeared unto them. And it came to pass that he, Jesus Christ, stretched forth his hand and spake unto the people, saying, Behold, I am Jesus Christ, whom the prophets testified shall come into the world. And behold, I am the light and the life of the world, and I have drunk out of that bitter cup which the Father hath given me, and have glorified the Father in taking upon me the sins of the world, in the which I have suffered the will of the Father in all things from the beginning. Jesus Christ is testifying to the people here in America that he is the Son of God. He asked them to come and touch him, to feel him, to witness for themselves that he is the Christ. How cool is the Book of Mormon? Another testament of Jesus Christ. I encourage you, open the Book of Mormon, go to 3 Nephi chapter 11, read the words of Jesus Christ as he continues throughout the rest of those chapters talking to the people here in America. It's profound, it's remarkable, and we have the Book of Mormon giving us more teachings and more words of Jesus Christ, blending together with the Bible to testify more of him as the only begotten Son of God.